Can you believe it? People across the country who rely on Social Security benefits, whether it's SSI or SSDI, are now finally seeing a long-awaited development. Something big is coming. We're talking about preloaded cards, not just with a few $100, but up to $5,280. Yes, you heard that right, $5,280. It's real, and it's happening sooner than you think. In fact, many recipients are already preparing for delivery notifications as early as next week. But what does it all mean? Who qualifies? How is this being distributed? And most importantly, how can you make sure you don't miss out if you rely on Social Security income or disability benefits? This news might change everything for you, especially if you've been struggling with rising prices, waiting for government updates, or just trying to stretch every single dollar. You're not alone. Millions are in the same boat. That's why this sudden announcement about new delivery dates for preloaded Social Security cards is getting so much attention and stirring so much hope. And in this video, we're going to walk you through every single detail you need to know. The past year has been hard for many. Inflation hasn't slowed down as much as people hoped. Groceries? Sky high. Rent? Up again. And don't even get started on gas, utilities, or prescription medications. It's like every dollar we have doesn't go as far as it used to. And for people on fixed incomes, like those receiving supplemental security income or Social Security disability, it's even worse. You're already budgeting every penny. You're already skipping things. And then the bills just keep coming. For months, we've heard rumors, emergency assistance, additional benefits, talks about debit cards, talks about reloadable systems. And while some had turned out to be speculation, finally, we have real updates. Updates confirmed by insiders and financial advocates. Over the next few days, thousands of Americans will begin receiving new preloaded benefit cards. These aren't regular cards. These are specifically designed with one thing in mind: delivering emergency relief in the form of prepaid government funds, targeted for eligible SSI and SSDI beneficiaries. And yes, in many cases, that number is up to $5,280. Let that sink in. $5,280. Imagine what that could cover. Catching up on rent, buying your medications without stress, stocking up on food, getting car repairs done, helping your grandkids, or just taking a deep breath and knowing that, at least for now, you can breathe a little easier. So what's really happening? Let's go through it piece by piece. This initiative is a result of multiple proposals and federal stimulus extensions that were quietly built into broader economic support legislation. While there was no single press conference, and while media outlets haven't blasted it across the airwaves, advocates for seniors and people with disabilities have been closely monitoring the rollout. These preloaded cards are meant to act as rapid distribution tools for supplemental payments, rather than sending paper checks, which take time to print and deliver, or even relying solely on direct deposits, which can get delayed due to banking issues. These cards arrive ready to use, already activated, already funded. In most cases, eligible recipients are being selected based on their enrollment in federal benefit programs as of a certain date. The key groups include those receiving supplemental security income, SSI, Social Security Disability Insurance, SSDI, and some who are dual enrolled in Medicaid or SNAP. If you're someone who's been receiving benefits steadily and your household income falls below federal thresholds, you're most likely already in the pool for card distribution. And here's the part most people don't realize. This isn't a lottery. This isn't a contest. It's a targeted aid strategy designed to help people who've been hit the hardest by ongoing economic struggles. That's why some cards will carry $1,200. Others might carry $2,400. And yes, some will carry the full $5,280, especially for those who are behind on rent, utility bills, or face verified financial hardship. So you might be wondering, how do I know if I'm getting one? Well, letters have already started going out to those identified for card delivery. These letters come from authorized financial partners working with the Treasury Department. If you get one, it will include verification instructions and the expected arrival window. But even if you haven't gotten a letter yet, don't worry. Cards are being mailed in waves, based on zip code and availability. First batches are already out. The next wave begins this coming week. Keep an eye on your mailbox. Look out for envelopes that might look official, but not necessarily flashy. Some users reported the envelope looking like a standard letter, easy to overlook if you're not paying attention. That's why we want you to be extra cautious and not throw anything away before opening it. The card itself will come from an authorized financial institution, either Metabank or Comerica, depending on your region. You'll notice a clear government emblem, a phone number for activation support, and a card balance that's already been preloaded. That's the key difference. It's not a voucher. It's not a future promise. It's money that's already available for you to use, spend, or transfer. Now, let's talk about what you should do when you receive it. First, verify the card is legitimate. Don't just call any number. Use the official activation hotline, or go to the government's Prepaid portal, which is included in the paperwork. Once you verify, you can begin using the funds just like a debit card. Buy groceries, pay your bills, withdraw cash if needed. Some people have asked, is this taxable? Will it affect my SSI or SSDI eligibility? The answer is no. These funds are classified as emergency relief under current federal provisions. That means they do not count as income. They do not reduce your future benefits. And you do not have to report them unless you're applying for other types of income-based housing or aid, where you disclose all sources. So in short, it's a win, one of the rare wins, for people who've been patient, struggling, and wondering if any relief was ever coming. And now that it's here, the timing couldn't be better. Spring utility costs are rising. Some people still haven't recovered from winter expenses. Others are facing rent hikes, unexpected medical costs, or just trying to keep up with daily expenses. This isn't just about money. It's about peace of mind. But let's also be realistic. Whenever something good like this happens, there are always scams lurking in the background. So let me be clear. You should never have to pay to activate your card. Never give your social security number over the phone, unless you're calling a verified government line. And if someone contacts you asking for bank info, passwords, or promising to speed up your payment, they're lying. Hang up. Report them. Stay safe. Now here comes the real moment. If you're still waiting for confirmation, if your mailbox hasn't seen anything yet, don't panic. Like we mentioned, the full delivery schedule spans multiple weeks. Starting next week, the next major round goes out, and this includes high-priority recipients across multiple states. People in California, Texas, New York, Florida, Pennsylvania, Ohio, Illinois, and more are already on the early mailing list. If you're outside those states, your card may still be coming, just slightly later. This program isn't a one-size-fits-all rollout. It's being carefully managed to make sure the money gets where it's needed most. First, that includes rural areas, seniors over age 62, people on fixed incomes without banking access, and folks who previously opted for non-direct deposit options. So if you usually receive your payments by paper check or direct express, you're more likely to be in the early group. And that's not all. Advocates are pushing for an expansion of the program later this year. If these first rounds go well, Congress could approve additional relief through the same delivery system. There are already petitions with over 3 million signatures asking for more permanent prepaid solutions for low-income seniors and people with disabilities. This is no longer a fringe idea. It's becoming a central part of the way benefits are distributed. Fast, secure, and direct. You deserve to be informed. You deserve to have hope. And you deserve to know that, after so much waiting and wondering, something real is finally being delivered. These cards might not solve everything, but they can make a big difference. And the fact that some are arriving as soon as next week, that's huge. So as we wrap this up, do yourself a favor. Check your mailbox carefully. Be cautious of scams. Look for official government notifications. Follow the included instructions. Activate your card safely. And most of all, don't be afraid to use the help that's being given to you. This is what it's for. This is your relief. You earned it. And if this video helped you, if it gave you clarity or peace of mind, please take just a second to hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. We post updates like this every day, and our mission is simple: to keep you informed, protected, empowered. Drop a comment below if you have questions, and we'll do our best to answer them, because we believe every senior, every veteran, every disabled person deserves truth, deserves access, deserves respect. Thank you for watching. Stay safe, and keep watching your mailbox. Your $5,280 card could be just days away.